What up, fish peeps? Good to see everybody in this morning. We got Branton coming in first. We got Cecil. We got Slim Tim. There's my buddy Tommy. Silver Creek Aquatics, Paul Newman. And Jim's Fish first in line. It's good to see you guys. Appreciate you. So StreamYard just recently come out with an update where you can automatically add an intro. It does it automatically now. You don't have to play it and then stop it or loop it and all that stuff. So I just tried that out for the first time. It's pretty cool. If you guys don't know, Mike B is the one who made that little intro for me. Did a good job with it. I like it a lot. We got a lot of things to talk about. Tim coming in strong with the Ninja games with stop signs. Let me know if the AV is good. I was rushing to get here this morning because I have a couple new additions to the fish room. That I got one going last night, and this morning I had to set the other one up and do the leak test on, so I was rushing around. Thank you, Tommy. You got the package yesterday? Cool, Jim. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your fish think of that, the North Fin Nano Bites. Oh, good AV, too much headspace. Good AV, too much headspace. I know, but I'm leaning back and I'm relaxed. You bastard. Gonna make me move. I can adjust this. There. Does that make you feel better? Tim, bastard. Is that what you meant by headspace? Okay. I like to be relaxed. I like to be comfortable. I have no couth when it comes to that. I can be out at a party. If I met you guys at like one of these fish events for some reason, I decided to go to one of those, you'd be seeing me with my feet up on the table. Much better, actually. Now we feel like we're sitting there with you. Cool. Appreciate the input. That's what I like to see. So, first and foremost, I found 2 free 55-gallon aquariums on the side of the road yesterday. And that's what I was doing, setting up. I had a plan where I wanted to put them, but I changed them plans. You know how that goes. The one is a very interesting 55-gallon aquarium. So we all know we go to the Aqueon, or I mean, we go to Petco, we get an Aqueon tank or wherever you get them. The 55 gallons, a footprint I'm not a huge fan of. They're just too narrow, but they work. They're a bigger tank, gives you more options. And when they're free, what the heck? Oh, yeah. I lucked out with a 75-gallon too that way. And that's still running. At any rate, I brought them home and I put them in a different place. Now, what I was saying was, you can get a 55-gallon. You could take 2 55-gallons like this all day long. Boom, boom, boom. Ain't nothing. They're light. This 55-gallon is taller. It's just shy of 4 foot long. It's the same depth, but it is like, what did I measure? It's higher. It's like 23 inches high. So, doing some research, it's a 55-gallon high. This tank is heavy-ish crap. Like, heavy. Like, it felt like I was picking up a 75-gallon. I don't know who made it, where they got it, but it is way heavier than a normal 55-gallon aquarium. And it's got black silicone, not clear. Like it a lot. Good looking tank. If you guys seen my Hydro video about that internal filter, I went ahead and put that filter on that tank to run it. I added some, squeezed some sponge filters off in there, added some plants and rocks, and I'll be adding some more sand to the tank to speed that cycle up. I just got done filling the other 55, doing a leak test on it, cleaning it up, checking it out. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit. And, hey, 2 free 55-gallon aquariums. I want to get some different fish. Much better, actually. Now we feel like we're sitting there with you. So, dang lucky. Good morning, Craig. It's good to see you. Free is the best, Cecil. I love free. Love free. I enjoyed your comment on that hydro filter, Cecil. No, that was Raisin. Sorry. Hey, Myers. Good to see you. Remember to hit that like button. And as a reminder, don't forget Ninja Games. Anytime I get up to go to the bathroom, go do something, feed fish, put that stop sign in the chat. Whoever gets the most consecutive stop signs first in the chat has a chance to win a gift card. I also have some other something I'd like to touch on, just for your information, something to clear up. I know it was a confusing matter for me. Everybody knows I'm sponsored by Northfin. Well, I was talking with Darius over there. The entire time I was dealing with Darius over at Northfin, I thought he was just like the head sales rep or something. And we all know that, Jay Wilson was affiliated with Northfin there for a while. And if you get on Northfin's website at the USA location, you'll pan down and you'll see a picture of Jay Wilson. And on there it says our founder. So there was some confusion. People said, who owns Jay Wilson or Northfin? Does Jay Wilson own it? What's going on? Hey, Rosie, appreciate you coming in. Tim got the first stop signs. So I got all that cleared out. It just might be, I thought it was interesting, and I want to share it with you guys. So Northfin Foods is 100% owned by Darius. He is the 100% owner. He also packages his own foods right there at his own facility in Canada. He gave Jay Wilson permission to start a Northfin USA, and that's why he's affiliated with that. Then about 4 years ago, Jay Wilson got out of that. I think he's more into Seashay, so like a Seashay rep now. But he transferred that ownership to Flip Aquatics. So Flip Aquatics actually running the Northfin USA location, but Darius is the 100% owner. And you talk about a nice guy. Darius is a super nice guy. He's and you can ask Alishan, and when he comes in, he can attest. He has supported and donated more food than anybody. They get back to you. Wonderful business mentality over there. So I figured I'd drop that little bit of knowledge on you. We got P-Tag coming in. Oh, here, check this out. I can't get here. So I have this ready all the time now on a thing. So, come on, stupid. So, Tim has one Ninja Games. So we got Tim with one. I'm not giving you that stop sign when we first started. As Andrew over at Aquarium Daily would say, you cheeky little bastard. So we got marked down. I have a little thing there. I can keep track of it. It's going to be real nice. So this is the new one for this month of October. At the end of October, we'll see who wins. The first time I did this, it ran a little longer than it needed to, in like a couple months. We're not going to do that again. It'll be monthly. Now, I can't do this every month because I'm trying to save money to fix my big tank. But after this month, we'll probably take a break from Ninja Games, but we will resume it. But if I keep having to throw gift cards money out of my savings from what I make from YouTube, I'm never going to get there. And that piece of glass is going to run me about $610. I'm assuming I'm going to have about anywhere from $40 to $50 in silicone. I have to get an acetone, so I got some money to put up. But what is also important is to give back to my supporters and followers and my friends. Priorities. No, my camera does not auto track. I see Vibes has one of those cameras. Those are cool. But no, mine just sits on top of the monitor. But it's trying to if I move too much, it tries to focus on me. That's what you're seeing. Yeah, I hate that. I don't like it. Like right now, it didn't do it. But I do hate that. I'll try to sit still. Well, you guys are bossy. Move your camera down. Stop rocking back and forth. So we talked about the new free tanks. One of them is running and cycling. I really do like that filter. It's impresses me. We're gonna see how she does. The only thing I'm not sure about with that Hydro filter, you guys might have seen that video, and let me know what you thought about that video if you watched it. If there's a moderator in here that could mind sharing that Hydro video, it's like very short, different formatted. Let me know what you thought about it. But inside comes two carbon impregnated sponge filters. I'm wondering if you can get some like regular sponge filters for that. Maybe something a little finer. The only thing I really don't like about it is it doesn't have like a it's an internal canister filter, so you don't have a lot of room for media. Now I realize sponge filters will harbor your beneficial bacteria as well, but I'm wondering if they make some like different replacement sponge filters that you can put inside of it. Now I had a guy comment on it. Can I do that? Now I got to look into it. Thank you, P-Tag, for sharing that. Uh, I'm hoping that they can make different sponge filters that you can put on there for finer or something that harbors a little bit more bacteria. Looks more like that. What do they call it? Waffle looking type surface. But I got to look into that. We'll see. But it's powerful. It's good for 40 to 80 gallons. You can do that spray bar version. They got a lot of cool features, and I like it. And I got it running in there. And we're going to put it to the test. Any media can be replaced. Yeah, but in an internal power filter, there's not a lot of room. I got to look on their site, see what they got. Go get another. Let's see. Wally, what's it? Good afternoon. He says, keeps going. Wally, good morning. Go get a. Why are you saying this, Tim? Slim Tim. Any media can be replaced. Just got to find what works and modify accordingly. Yeah, and I'm sure there's little tricks and things you can do. Maybe modify that the output. You can do some different things there, but it's fun. One internal filter I never liked is Tetris. It's terrible. You've seen it. It looks like a big pocket. You're sitting there. It's a waterfall. That's a terrible filter. Oh, I had something else I was going to talk about. I just had it and lost it. Dang it. Maybe it'll come back. Oh, my fish are yelling at me. I was supposed to feed them this morning, but I got sidetracked setting this tank up because I've been doing the, I already had the cinder blocks here. I already had the wood. I'm just doing the cinder block stands. I'm not sure if I like where I place them, and I can show you guys a little bit later. I'll send a link to myself and bring my camera and just show you how I got them set up and when I have a look at them. I feel like it makes the fish room look a little bit messier, not as sleek and clean where I put them. But, you know, it depends on what you're after in your fish room. Are you after sleek and clean, or are you after wanting to keep different types of fish? It doesn't look bad. I'll show you. Oh, let's see here. Got here. Brandon says, what are you doing? Only internal filler I ever used was the old Fluval for like 20 years. Still have it and it works. Okay. Changing media, and that was simple. Oh, super easy. Twist, pull, clean it. Oh, are you talking about the Fluval one? Susan says, I got me a 30-gallon the other day off the marketplace for $40. I'm thinking about getting that filter for it. Very cool. Excuse me. I like a 40-gallon. Excuse me, 40-gallon breeder, right? Wait, 30-gallon for 40. My bad. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a perfect little fit. And if you do decide to buy that Cecil, make sure you use my affiliate link in there. It'll give me a little bit of a kickback, help me out. Also, if you buy it, don't forget to look in the description of that video. If you use code KHiger5, you'll get a 5% discount on it too. The Fluval U series, I got you. I know what you're talking about. I've used a lot of internal filters. I've never been a huge fan of them. I've always liked my hang in the backs and canisters, and now more canisters than anything. But I have some hang in the backs here that I'm not using. I got filters, so we're going to use them. There's no sense in buying something you don't need when you have it already that works. HOBs are good. We were discussing this a couple streams back. Don't get me wrong, but they just require a lot more maintenance. They're always clogging up. You're always having to get that impeller cleaned out. They just they're easier. They're more convenient, but yet at the same sense they're not because they require more cleaning. I don't care if you put pre-filters on them or what. It doesn't matter. I'm running a couple of them, and I've always had hanging the back filters. It seems like weekly you've got to maintenance these things. Canister filters, I don't have to touch them for 7 months, sometimes 8 months, and then my flow starts slowing down. And I have to clean them, but I just like them better. Let's see here. Mad Max says, finally, I'm up early enough to catch a live. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in, Mad Max. Yeah, you guys are night owls. So, it's just funny because we got two different people. We got the people that do it in the morning, like Depths and myself. He goes live 9 o'clock Sunday morning. I go live Saturday morning. Then you got, well, I guess there's three people. Then you got people like Ben Ochart. He's going about noon, right? Middle of the day. And then you got the night owls. You got your Jims, you got your Mad Maxes. And it seems like most of you like to go live at night. 6, 7, 8, 9. I've seen you guys up at midnight, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. You'll never see me on there, dude. I'm in bed by 9, 10 o'clock. But it's good to see you guys. That's why I started my Tuesday live stream, but it's very hard for me to commit to that one because of work. It's at 6 o'clock on Tuesdays. I'm not always going to make it, and it's been a problem in the past. But I like doing that because I get to bring in and talk to a different crowd of people, and that was the whole purpose behind that. I'd like to do it, but man, it's so hard to make sometimes. So it wasn't a fluval. You let me run downstairs and look. Oh, okay, Branton. And Branton, he came in. He was new. I don't remember seeing him. He started coming in everybody's live streams, and I like Branton. He's very talkative. He likes to really get into conversation, and I like that. So right now I got the tank holding water. I quick put together the cinder block wood stand, cheap, easy to do, and I got it sitting there. I like to put backgrounds on my tanks. In this case, I may not do it just because you can see the other tanks behind it right through it, but I don't know. We'll see. I usually paint them, or you can just easily go get some poster board or black construction paper and tape it on the back for a quick fix. There's something about, I don't know, unless you have a specific place. I see a lot of videos online, and if you guys do this, no offense, teach their own, but when someone has a fish tank set up and the back is clear too, and they have it by a window, it's not back to back to another tank, it's just the tank, and you can see right through it, and you can see all the cords coming down and everything going. I can't stand that. I have to paint my background or do something because I can't stand seeing all the cords coming down and stuff like that. Boy, my tiger barbs are hungry. So that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Two 55-gallon tanks. One of them is a 55 tall. It's about 3 inches taller than the normal 55-gallon. I'll be able to cycle them real quick. Fish. If you guys had a 55-gallon aquarium and you were going to go buy some fish today, what would you put in it? Mad Max, Branton, Cecil, anybody in here, Tim, what would you pick to put in that aquarium? Excluding Mbunas, I got plenty of Mbunas. I was thinking some convicts. I've been wanting to get a red tail shark. Do you guys think 2 or 3 convicts with a red tail shark, maybe some fire mouths? What do you think about that combination? All these are aggressive fish. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'm curious. I want to bring some different fish into the fish room, have something else to look at, something new. You guys know how that goes. A 55 gallons, a nice tank, but it's not all that big. You gotta be careful. You're limited. But a fish like a convict don't get very big, 4 or 6 inches. 4 inches max, maybe 6 inches max. Red tail shark, but kind of a all aggressive fish. Want to maybe get a firemouth. Something. What do you think is a good? What would you do? Brenton says firemouths are great. I used to run a pair of firemouth with Odessa barbs and gold barbs back in the day. Okay, very cool. I need suggestions like that. What would you guys like to see in my videos and my live streams and different fish in the fish room? Like that what would you guys like to see? I need suggestions for a 55-gallon aquarium, two of them. Salvini. I thought they got too big. I think Salvinis get too big for a 55. Let's look it up. Yeah. Yeah, yep. Let's do this. Present. Share screen. Share screen. So, as you can see here, beautiful fish. We know what they look like. But they can get up to 8 to 10 inches. I think maybe one. I'm big on the right proper space for fish. I wouldn't want to get. I don't know. I was researching this just a subject last night. Nah, you can't put. You mess with me. I'd never put an Oscar in a 55. But yeah, I thought about having some just sitting around, Tim. What you're talking about, I thought about using them as grow out tanks for the 300 when I get it fixed. Yeah, angelfish are fun, but I have enough angelfish. I want something new, something different. I would do a planet community tank with lots of sorts. Yeah, Paul, I like those kind of tanks too. Lots of life, lots of different things going. Appreciate all these suggestions here. Sorted tetras. Well, don't forget I got two of them, and I'd like to have something a little bit different instead of maybe your cookie cutter fish, I call them. But Salvini's beautiful fish. I feel like they're just too big for a 55-gallon in my opinion. What do you think, Mad Max? Did you hear what I was talking about? I'd like to get your thoughts on what you'd put in a 55-gallon aquarium. Got two free ones. I wanted something different for the fish room. I was thinking firemouths, convicts, red tail shark, uh, something different. What would you do if you had a 55? Rainbows could work. That's another thing I was looking into, but let me look at something. Uh, how big do uh, yeah, that's a beautiful fish. Those rainbows are pretty. Um, how big do you? 6 inches, between 3 to 6 inches. How many rainbow fish would you put in a 55? Grow my Savini at 55, then he'll go into 120. Okay. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you, buddy. Fish keeper. Oh, you're talking about Mad Max. Mad Max is in 55-gallon, 100 neon tetras. Oh yeah, Mad Max neon tetras. Believe me, I've already thought about that. That's funny. I love my neon tetras and cardinal tetras. That would look very pretty. Get a bunch of jungle valve going at different plants. And just puts a bunch of neon tetras in there. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Now that ain't just you either. I love. I thought there was a time I thought about packing my 120 gallon, 125-gallon full of neon tetras. But I like my big fish. I do like my bigger fish. But I have two, so maybe I could do that with one of them. Grant says rainbows, even the larger grown ones, a school would tend to tell would be okay with other schooling fish like tetras. Okay. So maybe we'll do that. Do you think a rainbow fish would try to eat the neon tetras? Maybe I could put some rainbows and neons and a bunch of different fish in that 55, and the other one I could do convict, a firemouth, a couple convicts and firemouths, or a red-tailed shark, and see how that turns out. What do you think about that? They'll probably nope, unless they were really small. Well, I mean, neon tetras are pretty small. I got 4 or 5 of them in my 29. They are such a pretty fish. Mad Max is right. I'd go with cardinals over neons. You like the? I mean, there is a clear difference, but they're pretty much the same. I actually have them both. I got cardinals and neon tetras in my 29. So Cecil was thinking about some neon tetras in his 30. What a pretty fish. They're great, man. And I'll tell you what, they're hardy. I've always had neon tetras, and you can move them to tanks, and they're just fine. I never had problems with them. They're pretty stout fish. There's MFTAQ. Good morning to you, sir. Yeah. I'd like to add some more tiger barbs to my tiger barb tank too. I have a whole sack of bio rings around here somewhere, and I cannot find them, and I need them, and I can't find them. You guys ever have that where you know you have something in your fish room but you can't find it? Probably not. That's probably just me. You guys are crazy or organized and on top of your game. So the fish room is a little bit of a mess because I was setting these 2 tanks up. Yeah, I can't believe that 155. It's taller, but it's really heavy. It's like as heavy as a 75-gallon. It's super heavy. Like I don't know what they did. I mean, heavy side is good, right? That's a good sign. But I have never seen a 55-gallon weigh that much. Let me send myself a link, and I'll take you over and show you. Invite, copy link, and don't add. Get rid of this. Go here. Pose to me. I'll just take you guys around and show you the new tanks. Paul has trouble keeping up with his nets. Mad says you obviously haven't seen my mess. Congos with some rainbows would be neat. We're going to look those up too. All right, I'm bringing myself in, fellas. I'll take you over and show you this mess. And because of my handy dandy headset, I can walk free now. Let me turn this volume down. All right. Don't forget them stop signs. Like I said, it's a mess. Don't worry about that mess. Well, you see what I did here. As I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if I like it. It makes it look a little bit more busy. I had the two 75s in the middle like an island. Now I added these new 55s, one on each end, like an end cap. This is the one I'm doing a little leak test on. I just got done setting that up. Your normal 55 gallon. It came with these covers. I'm not a fan of these, but they work. They're LED covers. I have to cut it out to fit any of these hanging on back filters for it. But it's holding water. I don't see any leaks, and it was free. But getting over here, this is what I was talking about. I've never seen one like this. Look at this thing. Look how tall it is. This is a 55 gallon. I've measured and I did the volume calculator on it. But it is tall. It is taller than your normal 55 gallon, and it is heavy. I got an established sponge filter running just to help get it cycled. This is that internal Hydro power filter I did. I put a sack of established bio rings in there. Well, that's matrix. And I just threw some rocks in it from another tank to help with that and some water Sprite. But as you can see, there it is. It's got the black silicone, not the clear. In my experience, the only tanks that I have seen do the black silicone seems to be top fin. So I wonder if this is a top fin tank, but it is heavy. So I have like an island of tanks in the middle. These boys want something to eat. See them following me. What a pretty fish. So once I get this 300 fixed, y'all know this story. Back glass is cracked. I can't start working on it yet. I have to wait till I get the house refloored because we're going to have birds out here during that time and they need the space. And this would be my working space to fix this. But my Oscars over here in the 125 are going to go in here along with a pleco, and then I'll get some other big fish for that aquarium. Once this 125 is open and these boys have a new bigger home, I'm moving all these ambunas to that 125. And my angelfish over there that I raised, they are all going to come to this 75. You guys want to see an old Cory cat? This is an old man. He just keeps trucking. He is an old man. I've had him a long time. Do you think he's dead? And there he is. He's not. Goldfish are doing good. When I had the 300 running, when I found it was going to crack, it had a crack in it. I had to take everything out that I had and put it back in my aquariums. These are two big pieces of driftwood that will go in there once I get it fixed. The FX6 that was running that 300 gallon, I just went ahead and slapped it on my 125 gallons. So there's two FX6s running this tank right now, which is good because by the time I get the 300 fixed, I can put that FX6 back on that aquarium and it'll help cycle it. But yeah, let me know what you think about this crazy, what I call a 55 gallon tall. And on this filter here, you got this air intake. If you watch that video, there's a little hole there that you can adjust. And it actually helps intake oxygen into the aquarium. You can shut that off or adjust how much. Just watch that video. You'll see all the features of this thing. It's pretty cool. So far, the leak test is passing. I think some people like to let water sit for a while. I'll maybe let it sit for about a day. And if it doesn't leak, you're good. Day or less, I'll probably get that going. There's Mr. Jack Dempsey with his Mr. Pleco friend. Big 300. I'm so bummed about this. I wish this bad boy was running. Here's my big black Scara angel. He's a big boy. Yeah, I got angels in this tank, angels in that tank. I don't need any angels. Unless somebody wants to send me one of them blue ones. They're beautiful. So there was that. Let's see. Looks like Cecil. Cecil got the stop sign. I love the stop sign. It shows me right where I left off. Cecil. 1. Brent says it looks like a 65 tall, but you know what? It's not a 65. It's just shy of 4 feet, like just shy of 4 feet long. And of course, 12 and a half, about 12 and a half or 13 inches front to back. And if I remember right, it's 23 inches tall. If you plug that into an aquarium calculator, a water volume calculator, it says right there, it says 56 gallons. Yeah, it's heavy, man. I don't know what they make that glass out of. And yours has black silicone. Is it a top fin tank? Yeah, I'd say it's top fin. My Windows tanks are both top fin and have black silicone. Yeah, I got a lot of their 10-gallon tanks I got for free in here, and they have the black silicone. I gotta say, I like that black silicone. What are the outer dimensions? I can measure mine. Let me just do it real quick. Like I said, it's just shy of 4 foot long, but let me just give you the accurate dimensions. All right, Branton. It's like 47 and a quarter. It's like 47 and a quarter long length. The front to back dimension is pretty much 12 and 7/8. And the height is like 23. So there you go. I love that 50. You like that, Cecil? I like it. I didn't even know they made it. 48 by 12 and a half by 24 and 7/8. That's what yours is, Branton? Stop sign is a nice way so you don't lose. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, a little difference there. Yeah. It's a little bit different. But yeah, little bit deeper. Because your standard 55-gallon aquarium is like 12 or 12 and a half front to back. It is exactly 48 inches long, 4 foot long, and about 21 or 20 inches high. I heard something weird. Cecil, I don't think I'm gonna mark you down for that one. I think you thought I was gonna get ready to go talking on something. Would I be correct, or do I owe you a stop sign? We'll see. It's amazing how different live streams go on different days. On this one, a lot of you pout in really fast, but I don't have as many watching. Usually how it goes is you guys come in slowly, and eventually I get 20, I've seen up to 30. Today, everybody must be sleeping in. except for my early birds. What is that? Not enough morning stream. I'm a huge fan. Yeah, Brandon, me too. Tim, Slim Tim, he's usually pretty early. He's a we get up early and go for work every day, and you get used to that, and you kind of um, adapt to that. On the weekends, I don't sleep in. Tag there, yeah. So a lot of Slim's up, yeah. Yeah, he's up early. I get up at 5, 6 in the morning or whatever. Oh, I'm okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. We got our morning. So do you like to watch Depths? He goes live on Sundays, 9 a.m. Eastern. I like to swing by and see his live streams. I have done some maintenance streams in the past, and that's kind of like what Depths and does a lot, and Everyday Fish Keeping. Dan, I find it hard to keep up while trying to do a maintenance stream. But every once in a while, I do a maintenance stream and I throw them in there, something different. But it also slows your maintenance down. That's the biggest reason why I don't do a lot of maintenance streams, because if I wasn't worried about the camera and talking, I could buzz through these aquariums. She says I just put up because you went to measure. Oh, okay. I'll mark you down for that, definitely. Whoops. Ah, thank you for clarifying that, Cecil. Who's so Branton Depths? Depths Unknown. He's been doing live stream before me. He's been around a while. Look up Depths Unknown. If you guys watch him, you can put his link in the chat. He's always going live on Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern. Yeah. Let's just go look. Add YouTube Depths Unknown. Right here, boom. That's his merch store. Copy this link. Stupid. There's his channel link. Let me know if that's clickable. Let me know if that works for you. You're welcome. Yeah, he's fun. A lot of fun over there. He gets a lot of people in his streams, and they have a good time over there. Make sure you tell him I sent you, Brandon. Cool. Make sure you tell him I sent you, because he never ever comes into my live streams. I always drop in on his. I'm a mod over there for him. A lot of people are, but he never comes and says hello to me on mine. So you make sure you tell him I sent you, and call him a bastard. And I know he's up early. Thank you. Maybe you just don't like me. That's bad. If you don't like, maybe he just doesn't like me. Yep, clickable. Thank you, P-Tag. So what are you getting into? What are you guys getting into today? P-Tag, what you doing? Anything in the fish room, or you got some house stuff to take care of? About you, Branton? What are you guys getting into? So we talked about the new tanks. Any more suggestions for those would be great. You guys gave me a lot of suggestions, some stuff to think about for sure. I always like to get free tanks. That's like Christmas for us. We're going strong on Ninja Games. I probably won't go as long today just because I got this I'm doing, and I got to get some tanks mowed. I got to mow some fish tanks and weed whack some tank stands. So I'll have to probably cut this off at like an hour or so. Every Saturday morning, I run a load of shrimp to the store. Okay, you get decent money for that. Wife says shopping. Uh-oh, I hate shopping. Yeah, we do. You do have enough fish. Waiting for lights to kick in at 9 so I can start catching. Okay. What kind of lights do you run, Branton? $2 a pop? Nice. Little side money. It ain't too shabby. Not too shabby at all. That one aquarium came with those hooded lights, like I showed you. Never been a real fan of those, but they work, and I got them for free, so we'll probably go ahead and use them. I like my glass tops, but for the 55 gallons, you have to buy two of the 20-gallon long, or the two of the 20-gallon version uh, lids to get both sides of that tank. I think I don't know. It gets a little pricey. I know a lot of people can do their DIYs, but I like my hinged glass tops. Mad Max says, I got my caster wheels in yesterday evening. I'll be able to finish up my fish stand. So you putting yours on caster wheels, Mad Max? That's something I thought about doing. And I'm assuming you got them heavier duty ones. Is it one on each corner, or do you use like the actual dollies? Which way do you go with that? She says, I'm just going to be sitting around watching college football today. All right, Cecil, cool, chilling out. I run all kind of lights. I got a few co-op lights. I got a lot of clip lights, cheap on eBay, Aquaneats, and $8 shop lights. Yeah, you're like me. You do a mix. You just get whatever you get for free and whatever works. Prince, I don't even have that running on a hooded fluorescent. Yeah. This will be your second stand for caster bills. Well, how do you like that? Because I love the idea of being able to just move your tanks around. I'm assuming you got a fairly decent heavy duty caster wheel and at each corner. I love the idea of being able to just roll your tanks around. Cleaning crickets out of the pool at my workplace. Okay, Paul. Cleaning crickets. What do you do? What do you do at work for work, Paul? If you want to share, I get them on Amazon for like $30. Okay, you like them and they work good for you. That wheel freaked me, George. That wheel freaked me out. Super stickers, super chats, and they are fun. Great way to support the channel. Yes, anybody who wants to help further support the channel, no pressure. Super chats, super stickers definitely helps the cause. And I get this dang 300 fixed. But there's no pressure on that. I never like to apply pressure on that. So if you want to, I do have a new level on my memberships, and it was inspired by June. It is called the June level. It's funny. She knows about it. A little inside joke, but it's there. So yeah, lots of fun. One of my favorite things to do is setting up new tanks. It's really fun. I enjoy it. Um, Obviously, you roll the tank with the water level as low as possible. Yeah, that would make sense, Mad Max, because it gets to swashing like this, it'll come out, and plus all that weight, you could possibly tip it. Maybe you're rolling it and you have the water level too high, and you catch something on the ground that stops you. Yeah. But I love the idea about having the tanks on the casters. Very simple to move around. Maybe you want to put this tank over here, rearrange this. You should have kept your 300-gallon Mad Max and put that bad boy up on the casters. All casters that are that'll turn 360. You could put one on each corner, maybe four in the center, spaced evenly, and then easier to move for you. But I don't think you're a fan of the bigger tanks. Well, where'd you go, Tim? Good to see you, buddy. I woke up hungry as crap this morning. I don't know why. Well, trying to lose weight and I'm eating less. Less portions, getting on the treadmill 30 minutes a day and eating less. That's the key. Maintenance at a guest ranch. And man, that sounds cool, Paul. at a guest ranch. That sounds really cool. And do you work lots of plumbing? Do you work the entire weekend? Do you get a days off, or do you how's that work for you? Excuse me. So another thing I'm planning on doing is I was going to shut down some of my small tanks. I'm going to keep the 20-gallon longs going. I really like 20-gallon longs, and I'll have to keep my 10-gallon father fish tank going. I've had this 120-gallon with my male mustard gas in it divided before. Well, one of the betas died a while back, so I took him out. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that Life with Pets tank divider back in there. I recommend the Life with Pets tank dividers. They're fantastic. They fit perfect. They're great. They're durable. I got the ones with the holes in it. I'm going to put it back in that 20-gallon long, and I'm going to take that female beta that's sitting there all by herself in a 10-gallon and put that over there. And then I can shut that tank down, and I can take the contents of that tank, the plants, the sand, the rocks, put them in one of my 55s to help boost that beneficial bacteria and help cycle that tank, give them a place to go. And then on the very end, I have one single Serpe tetra. There was two, one of them died. I'd like to shut that tank down and move him maybe either to this 20-gallon long dirted sand cap tank or in the 29, and then I can shut that down. So that's two tanks shut down that I really don't need to be running. Less light running. No sponge filters needed in them anymore. I can use those elsewhere. And then I was thinking about if I get enough of them shut down, I'd have room on that stand. Well, my original idea was to take one of the 55s because it'll fit perfect on this stand. But two 10 gallons won't be enough room. But why run two extra tanks when you really don't need to? It is nice to have extra space for if something happens. Maybe you got a bullied fish that's not very big. It's nice having an established aquarium already running. You can throw them in there. It's always a good idea to have spare aquariums in your fish room for lots of different reasons. Max says maybe in the future I'll get a huge tank, but that would mean I would have to get rid of several small tanks to make room, Mad Max, or just because you don't want that many. So Paul gets Sundays and Mondays off. Okay. Why does this thing keep? Don't show me again. There for the room. Okay. Yeah, just like what I was talking about. If I wanted to, I could have easily slid my two 75s forward and put two more 75s or even two 125s there. But being, I got these 55s for free. I just put them the long way, put them over there. It'll be fine. And um, I mean, I could fit a lot more aquariums in here if I wanted to, but I don't want to end up with too many tanks. I said I was done when I got my 300, but then I found these 55s. You know how that goes. But I do not want to end up with 50, 60, 70 aquariums. It gets to be too, for me, it gets to be too, that's when it starts becoming a chore more than fun. There's a fine line there I have to draw for myself, and if I don't do it, I'll just keep going. I have a very addictive personality with everything I do that I like, and I go hard. And you have to draw that line somewhere. So I just need to quit. I got a 300-gallon I got to fix, and I can't wait till that's fixed, and I'll be super happy. Tim got a stop sign for when I went off. Oh, come on. Why does that keep happening? This ain't working out. So far, this month's October Ninja Games, Tim and Cecil tied 2-2. Mel won it last month. Tim, I got it because you left. And the simplest way to do that is to just what I can do is get a gift card and I can send you, if direct message me on Discord, I can send you a picture of front back of the card with the numbers and you can claim it that way. That way we're not mailing anything, we're not wasting money to mail. You can just type your code in and you're done. It's very simple. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know about you guys, but you know, it gets. What point do you stop? You can't keep all the fish in the world, so even though we'd like to, you can't. I do. I have some. I got a lot of cherry shrimp, and they're actually they live. The bulk of them live with this male beta. I got a ton of them. I love feeding them and watching them all crowd around it and eat. You know, aquarium guy sent me some blue shrimp a while back. They got stuck in transit mail way longer than they should have. They arrived alive. I put them in the tanks, 2 different tanks, and they just all died for some reason. I don't know if it was the stress, the different water, being stuck in a bag so long. Um, but all my cherry shrimp are still kicking. I got a lot of cherry shrimp. One thing I always wanted to get was a crayfish, one of them blue crayfish. And I always wanted to keep them in a tank with other fish, but I felt like you'd come up and because they will if they get a chance, they'll snap a fish up. But we are pretty much at the hour mark. Appreciate everybody who came in here to hang out with me and gave me suggestions on fish. I love. Normally I go about 2 hours on Saturday, but I'm gonna cut it off at an hour. I guess I got too many things to do. I got some stuff doing the fish room. I got 2 yards to weed whack and mow, which I make money on that, which I can put towards my fish room and channel. Um, I'm hungry as well, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and shut this off. Uh, Certainly appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. Love seeing you guys every Saturday morning. It's super fun. Something that really gives me something to look forward to. Another thank you for coming. You have a good day too, buddy. Right now on Ninja Games, Tim and Cecil is in the lead. They're tied with 2. Um, so yeah, and usually when you stay on longer, more people come in. But um, I got some things to do. But so you guys are great, and you have a good rest. I'm trying to drag this out till it hits an hour. It's at 59 minutes and 30 seconds. um, I got some other things I want to implement within my live streams and do some different things and try different things to engage you guys and make you guys have fun too as well. So we got some things coming down the line there. But I hope you guys have a good Saturday. I certainly appreciate your time. Be safe, and I will see you guys next Saturday and out in the field with the videos. If you didn't watch that video on my Higher filter, make sure you check that out. It's pretty cool. Talk to you later.